Sean Sheehan here for Severe MMA, standing alongside the face of Bellator. I better call him by his right name this time, Richard Kiely, at the Bellator Dublin press conference. Richard, how are you today? Another round of info there for you.
I'm as sedate, as mild-mannered as per usual. What about yourself?
Can't complain. I opened the train this morning, you know, I'm warm, I was a bit sweaty and stuff. But what do you think of that shoving match up there? He kind of crept up in front of him. What happened? Run us through what happened.
I just think that I highlighted the fact that he's rattled now. Look, I've said this. I've said this already. Like all this texting on his phone, the fake laugh, the clapping. You could see the nerves in him. You know, I think now he understands that he's at. I don't think when he took the fight that he realised what he was at to letting himself into. I think now he does, and not just on the back of this press conference. I think that he understands the fact that this is going to be a foregone conclusion. All the pressure is on him. He needs a statement win. And I think it was an impulsive decision, probably off the back of that knockout. It infected his impulsivity, and it was an emotive decision. And I think now that that the emotion is cleared and he's looking at it logically, he realises he's in a fucking serious fight now, and he realises the fact that he's in real danger of getting knocked out. Because I proved this in my last fights. You know, all I need is one opening, and the fight is over conclusively.
I asked you over there in the press conference when this fight was announced, and I put up a tweet yesterday that this was a fan-friendly fight. All the Irish fans want to see it, and most people replying to me will go, "What are you talking about? This Richard Kiely, he's just another can from Michael Van Page." What do you think of that? Like,
let them. It's great because the shock factor is going to be even better. Let them. I don't like. The fact is though that they're responding. They're buying into it. They're responding. So let them. They can say what they want. I really don't care what they say, but the fact is they're saying it. And the shock factor will be even bigger now when when I knock him out. And this, like, people are saying that I'm a can and all this kind of stuff. I don't give a rat's arse what they say. But these are all people that are very, very uneducated. They see the fact that the Bellator marketing machine was behind Michael Van Page. They see this record of 14-1. Did they look at the substance behind that record? We've seen 3 fighters that he's fought that maybe have had any substance. Paulie and Daly, which was a snooze fest. Douglas Lima, which is by no means a specialist striker. He's very, very powerful and he's well-rounded, but he's by no means a specialist striker. He caught him with a basic kick and an arm punch, and MVP went out. And then we saw him against an over-the-hill, shouldn't have been in there, Cyborg Santos. So they're the 3 fights that he's had of any note. So people that are saying, looking at the record disparity and all that kind of crack, let them. But keep commenting.
I was coming up here today and I was thinking, I was going to ask you in the press conference, like, will you roll it back now a little bit? You got the fight, all the talk was to get the fight, and you got the fight. You've kind of answered my question up there. Was there any thought about that, rolling it back a little bit? You've got the fight now, you got where you wanted?
Roll what about, like, it's just, these questions are, I don't really see the sense in them, and because that's me. I'm not assuming, like, I'm not pretending to be someone that I'm not. I go up there and I have the crack. That's fun for me. I'm having a laugh. So you're asking me not to have the crack? Well, no, I won't. I'll go up and enjoy it. He was distinctly uncomfortable up there. I was enjoying it. I was having the crack. So the answer to your question is no.
A lot of people today as well were saying, if they're talking negatively about you yesterday, talking positively today, that you're calling you've run the press conference and you rattled him, as you said there. Like, is there, we talked about it before, and you think he might go for a takedown and stuff like that, but is there a chance that he goes out of his game when you've him so rattled and you're in his head and he maybe overthrows his strikes or whatever, goes out of his game?
Look, we've all heard this quote by Mike Tyson, everyone has a plan to get punched in the face, and that, because it's very, very true. But mark my words, that if I land on him indirectly, because if I land flush, he's going out, but if I land him indirectly, he's going to feel the power. And this so-called world-class striker will turn into a grappler. I've unequivocal about that. I have no doubt about that. He's not he's not the type of person that will go out on a sword. He's a coward. Like all bullies, he's a coward. He took this fight because he thought I was 3-1, and he asked for the fight. He sent a text asking for the fight because this was, like I said, an emotive decision to try and get him back. He saw this as a gimme fight. Now he knows he's not in a fight. Okay, but he's a coward, and like all cowards, he's not going to go out on a shield. He will do anything he can to avert this, and he will, even by turning the fight into a stinker like he did with Paulie and Daly. The only thing is, I can cover distance a lot quicker than Paulie and Daly.
2 more things. Are you an actor now? I see on your Instagram yesterday you were acting. Is that going to get in the way of this fight? Yeah?
I'm a thespian.
Thespian, sorry.
I did a little bit. There's with Mo Dunford, who was a really, really talented guy. I got an opportunity to starting a film, doing a bare knuckle boxing scene. So hopefully I'm not going to be typecast now. But yeah, I did a bit. It was great, and I learned a lot from Mo Dunford. So it was brilliant. Yeah, and it's Dan Donnellan, and we're looking forward to seeing the end result because it looks like it's going to be a brilliant movie.
Last thing here, and I'm sure I'll talk to you again before the fight, but right now, what are we, 8 weeks out or so? Tell us,
9 weeks.
this fight, the door closes behind you and Michael Vinnen Page. You've been calling for this fight for a long time. Tell us exactly what's going to
I
happen.
asked for the fight.
You asked for it too, come on.
I asked for it initially, but remember, look, he's the one that asked for this. For this to happen, he asked for the fight. So don't go as if I'm going around begging people for fights. I've asked for fights. I've called him out, and he's accepted. Now he asked for the fight. Now that's how it's after been made. All right. So the question was, what's going to happen? Whoever makes the first mistake is going out. That's the reality of it. It's not going to be me though. I'm a lot cleverer, I'm a lot smarter than what he realised the fact what he's trying to do with all his this ostentatious movement. And as I said, you can look up what ostentatious means, Michael, and I'll sound it out for you if you want.
Thespian word.
Yes, it's a thespian word. It's a verbose word, loquacious. There's another two for you. So yeah, like I would say if he hasn't knocked me out in the first 30 seconds, which people want him to do and expect him to do, he's going to be there like, what's happening? If he doesn't knock me out after the first minute, what happens if he doesn't knock me out after the first round? He will then have to commit. Because a draw or a 3-round bore fest isn't going to suit him. It's not going to be a 3-round bore fest because I'm not Pauline Daly. I come to fight. So it's going to be a knockout. It's whoever makes the first mistake will lose. He's a blitz 1-2 merchant. I recognise that.
Your style. Tell us about. I said the last question I liked. Tell us about your style and why your style beats his style.
Because mine is better. I've got more. I'm not one dimensional. I can fight. Look, we saw. All you have to do is look at the 3 knockouts that I had. Anyone makes one mistake, they're gone. I saw it going forward. I fought a negative fighter in Daniel Lenacek. I knocked him out cold. Opened him up and knocked him out. I fought 2 aggressive fighters in Keith McCabe. He overcommitted. He got knocked out. And then I fought Mikhail Boucher. As soon as he threw a jab, he telegraphed a jab, out cold. That's it. So I've a lot more strings to my bow. I'm not just a blitz 1-2 merchant. He's an athlete. I'm a fighter. I can do, and I said I can fight in the back foot. I can fight going forward. I can fight in a point style. I can fight in a full contact and in the pocket.
Richard Kiely, thank you very much.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Thank you.